Regardless of what Tzeentch tells you, change is scary. But without change, we are doomed to stagnation. Today, we're talking about the future of Love, Death, and Dice and the changes it's making in the new year. Of course, before we look forward, it is always good to look back and see just how far we've come. To the chagrin of every doomsday cult out there, it is 2024, and that got me thinking, what is the future of Love, Death, and Dice? And more importantly, how the hell do I make it grow? How do I grow as a painter and as a content creator? I have always loved it when YouTubers and filmmakers peel back the curtain on the beating heart of their dreams and show you what's next, and I want to do the same for you guys, while also sharing some of the challenges that I've faced as a Warhammer painter. Who knows, maybe I'll make this an annual thing? I don't know, I just have thoughts and I want to put them into form. Lately, I feel like I've hit a wall in my knowledge and skills as a painter. I make all of $1 on this platform, so I can legally say I'm a professional painter. But I'll be the first to say it, I do not have the knowledge and skills of a professional painter. I'm not traditionally educated, which is the first thing I want to tackle in the new year. Jesus Christ, these are fucking heavy. Oh God. I'm going to college. Sort of. With the help of my patrons, I've invested in a few textbooks and joined some classes by professional painters. I've learned everything I know up to this point from YouTube, but I'm learning that that can only teach you so much. At the end of the day, a YouTube tutorial needs to fit within the production schedule of that tutorial. So, certain techniques and styles aren't always talked about, and when they are, it isn't very in-depth. Tabletop Time recently talked about this in their Fulgrim video, where they needed to apply all of these crazy skills to paint this magnificent model that they normally can't do because it just doesn't fit within, like, the turnaround time of making a video. That got me thinking, how much painting information is out there that doesn't exist on YouTube? How many Golden Demon winners out there have like a low-cost Patreon where they share skills I've never heard of, or even better, completely shift my understanding of skills I thought I had? So to grow this knowledge and to grow myself, I've invested in the F.A.Q series by AK Interactive. This seems to be the one-stop shop for terminology, mediums, and different skills on the topic. These cost a small fortune, but I did go to film school, so I'm no stranger to bad financial decisions. I also signed up for a couple Patreon classes from these creators. I can go into all of the details as to why they are amazing, but just go check out their Instagrams. These are the real pros, and hopefully I can learn from their deep wells of knowledge. All of this is to better educate myself, and more importantly, give you painting videos that have merit in what they can teach. If anything, learning the proper terminology and labels for each step will give me something to look further into when I'm stuck. Glazing? The fuck is that? We'll see how these books shake out. A lot of people swear by them, so I'm hopeful that they'll have the knowledge I'm looking for. You know, maybe I'll make a before and after video to see if these books are worth the price of admission or not. Painting is only one part of my growth this year, though. This year, I want to get out there and meet the community that shares the same love of Warhammer and painting that I do. Hopefully, I can meet some other content creators in the space and share some experiences. I'm hoping to make some of the Wargaming conventions around the United States. Maybe even next year, I can get on over to the UK and see Warhammer Fest. Oh, and Loch Ness. It's also important. Conventions are a great way of discovering new games and tools. Maybe I'll find a kick-ass new game that inspires a video. The important thing is that Warhammer, as big as it is, it's only one part of wargaming and miniature painting. to keep my inspiration growing and my creativity just bursting, it's important to have new experiences or introduce yourself to new worlds. And community conventions are great for that. Of course, I'm a filmmaker by trade, so I will document all of these adventures and post them here. So, pie in the sky. What do I want Love, Death, and Dice to be this time next year? Simple. I want LDD to be my day job. I just want to do projects that take up a whole studio like Miscast. I want to educate painters like Ninjon and Miniac do, and I want to engage with the painting and wargaming community in the way that Rogue Hobbies does. There's so many people I admire and so many things I see them doing, and I'm like, fuck, I want to do that too. And I want to bring my own filmmaking background to that mix to hopefully give people content that they love. So what does that tangibly mean? More videos. I plan to do one every 2 weeks. Hold me to that. Yell at me in the comments to make sure I keep to that, because damn, I'm bad at it. Having a day job will do that to you. The important thing is I just want to make sure stuff is coming out consistently and reliably. I'd also love to do some skirmish level battle reports. There just isn't a whole lot of them out there. This way I can play around with fancy lighting, VFX, sound design, all things I love doing but don't get to do very often. And finally, I want to do some video essays, like on Warhammer, painting, parts of the hobby that deserve a critical eye. I've had a documentary obsession lately, and there's a few niche topics in the hobby that I'd love to talk about. Variety and change is truly the key to creativity, and I want to tackle all of these things in the new year so they will fuel my video making and my painting ability and my growth. How I will do this while maintaining a day job is completely up in the air, but I know if I want to grow in this space, these are projects and changes that need to happen. This next year is bursting with possibility. Who knows what things we'll learn and what mistakes I'll make. Regardless, I'm sure it won't be boring. So if you want to see this journey and keep up with it, please be sure to subscribe. Huge percentage of you are not subscribed. I get it. How many channels do I watch where I'm not subscribed? I get it. But if you want to see this channel grow and you want to see me continue doing this stuff, please consider pressing that subscribe button. And if you want to see the show grow in production quality and see more videos out there, consider joining my Patreon. Top tier patrons will have their name printed right on my hobby toolkit. That way, every time I open it, I will see your lovely names and remember the contributions that you have given. I'm really happy I get to paint and make videos for you guys. Thank you for sticking with me on this journey. Until next time, continue learning and happy painting.